Okay, I wasn't tilted when I first tried to film this, but I became tilted because my heater came back on. Yeah. As for this whole YouTube and this whole money and all that stuff, and also my hair does exist, people. People say it doesn't look like it exists, but wouldn't it be weird if I tried to film from these angles? I think so. But as for this whole money things, let's be real. Everybody wants money. Nobody just does things because they don't want money. And here's the thing. There's a difference between a secretary becoming CEO and a pastor moving on to a new church. Secretary becoming CEO because, you know, they earn that position. Although I don't think that ever happens where secretaries generally become CEOs. But they become CEO. Obviously, you know, people like, yeah, what an accomplishment, what an achievement. Pastor moving on to a new church. Oh, I knew he was only in for the money. Now you judge them. An artist, when they're small and they're faint and stuff, and they're not very well known, people tell them to go support them, and they think it's because they're doing it because they really love it. But people don't always do stuff because they really love things. Sometimes they do it because they're committed to doing it. Sometimes you know you're really good at something, you have a talent for something, and then you do it. And if you're an artist, let's be real, you're not just doing this because you want to just put your talent out there for everyone to see for free. No, you want to put your talent out there for everyone to see so that you can make money. And when you're small, obviously you're not making money. Obviously you're not really making the huge impact that you probably desire to make, but you're hoping to get to the point where you do make that huge impact. And for anybody to sit here and say that people like, oh, well, they like such and such because they're not just in for the money and they're an artist, you're just fooling yourself if you ever say that. A potter doesn't just make pottery because they think it looks cool and pretty and to just give it away to people to put in their houses as decorations. No, they do that so that they can sell it or make a museum out of it or maybe even donate it to something. I don't know, sometimes for donations. But generally it's so that they can sell it, okay? Right? Same with the painter, the same with the musician, the same with people who sometimes go on YouTube. Now, a lot of times people say, okay, I go on YouTube for fun. Now, some people don't actually have any real career plans with YouTube. Technically speaking, making YouTube videos can be an art in a way. And yes, there are people who are just out here doing it just for the sake of, oh, well, this is fun and I like doing this. And that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly noble. But for me, I am doing this so that for the purpose. Now, obviously, I'm going to change this into a whole culture, language channel in March. But the whole purpose of me even getting on YouTube is to sell my books. Okay? So, for me, I'm an author. I like to write stuff, and I do have stuff on Wattpad or Wattpad. I don't publish that much to Wattpad or Wattpad because I want to actually sell stuff. Not to say that I can't take it off of Wattpad or Wattpad and then sell it someplace. As you know, maybe 99-cent story for that one thing that's worth 99 cents. But here's the thing now. When I make content, it's to gain a big enough following so that I can hopefully sell my books and stuff. So that people can tell me like, oh wow, maybe she's a great writer. Oh wow, look at her, look at this stuff. Now obviously, with my manuscripts and stuff, they're not going to be that great and beautiful to look at, and you know, they're works in progress and stuff like that. But in order to get people to read my stuff, I don't necessarily just want 400 or 1,000 people just to read my stuff. I want a good amount of people, not because I'm hoping to become the next best-selling author like Stephen King or something like that. Obviously that is what I want, but because I want to make an impact nowhere with my stories, and YouTube is just one way to do it. And I figured that if I get enough people to recognize me on YouTube and Instagram, then I can get enough people to be interested enough in me to go read my stories. So that's the purpose. And for anybody who thinks that like, oh, well, you're fake for doing this for the money and not just for the creativity. Listen, creativity is not free, okay? It comes from it costs your time sitting there thinking to be creative, okay? Because you could be doing something else other than just thinking about being creative. So That's what I've got to say to all of that. Because obviously the goal is not to work at Target or my school library forever. You know, I want to make money in other ways. I mean, if I could just make enough money off of just selling books, that'd be great. But that's not going to happen unless I have enough people to read my books. So, yes. Now that's all I've got for you guys today. Obviously, I don't know when I'm going to post next, but I said that I'll be posting this. I don't even know when this will get posted. I mean, it'll just get posted whenever. Whatever day it is. I guess surprise to me. I have no idea when even the last video is going to get posted. Bye, critics. See you whenever. Oh, yeah. Like, subscribe, and all that other junk. Oh, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. See my hair?